Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a Bishop, the Tier 5 British SPG, and we're on the north spawn of Tundra, and it's being driven by the Demontaxidriver. Yes, that gentleman is back. He does love the Bishop a lot. This small little Arty with a powerful howitzer, 4.5 inch, is quite capable of wiping out enemy tanks much bigger than it, and doing so very accurately every time. Now he's making his way towards the east side of the map. We're on the north spawn, so it's the other way round normally, and the reason he's doing that is because the Bishop has a fairly short range, and what he's doing is he's getting closer to the hill, which means then he should be able to attack the enemy as they come up onto the hill. And we can see that there's a T-34 coming up the other side. He's been spotted, and the Demontaxidriver, as you can see, is well within range, and as soon as he knows where that T-34 is, he's going to start laying some shells down on it. But first things first, there's an AMX CLC near the enemy cap. He's dialing in the aim. It's very accurate, the Bishop. Direct hit, 183 hit points. Straight away he's off the mark. Now we've got an M6 that's stationary. He's just received a lot of fire from that Leopard. And Demontaxidriver takes 180 hit points more. And that ELC is trying to get at those two attackers. He's coming around the corner there. I think he's going to try and get close. No, that was didn't anticipate the ELC was going to go over the edge. But it's too late for the ELC. He popped over the edge. The Leopard was loaded and he is toast. M6, another hit, 166 hit points this time. I think he's going to collect all of the hit points from that M6. He can't hide in the bush, no point. Rounds out. Oh, he was killed by the KV-85 before the shell arrived. But we've got a Panzer IV-H, a Panzer IV Ausführung H, and he's gone. And again, he's killed just before the shell arrives. And there's a T-67. How did he sneak up there? Well, it doesn't really matter. He's gone now. He's dead as well. 5916 up on the hill. He's fighting with that VK3001, and he's putting some good shots into him. Round out. And that's a good shot as well. 160 hit points. 2 critical hits. That 15916. I think he's tracked. He's still there. He hasn't moved, indicating his target. Rounds out. And that's another hit. 160 hit points this time. The 5916's untracked himself, and he's hiding behind the rock. He doesn't want to get hit any further. Unfortunately, we lost the VK3001. He was taken out by the T67 further up the hill. And the 5916 is now coming to the edge of that hill. And oh, that was a splash. I think that tracked him. Pretty sure. No, he's used his repair kit at the very least. Now, are we going to get another round into him? No, the 5916 dashes across the gap. He knows that he's in grave danger from Arty, but that T67 hasn't learned, and he pays the ultimate price. That's a one-shot kill. It was recorded as 259 hit points, but he did actually claim all 360 out of that, and he's going to go for that 59. Oh, again, he fires just after it's been taken out. Right, there's an 88. He's on the bridge, indicating his target. He can hit him quite nicely from there, but he's gone unsighted. Round out, hits the target. Okay, then there's a KV-2, and he's near the cap, but he hasn't started capping yet. He's looking for something to fire at. Well, he's going to find out that he's the target now, because that was a direct hit. Crusaders next. I do believe the Demontaxidriver is going to hit every enemy tank if he can, and that's a kill shot. 149 hit points this time. Gonna go for the KV-2 again. Oh, there's a fire on the KV-2. He's gonna go? And that's another direct hit. Oh, he's got a fire as well. And he burns up. Beautiful. 88 in the cap. Rounds out. And that's a hit. That's tracked him. He's stuck in one place. Now, the Demontaxidriver is having a look at this Churchill because he is a direct threat to him. Lined up, round out, hit. 95 hit points, and he's being hit from other places as well. And it's the Excelsior that gets him, but the 88. He's moved since he was last tracked, rounds out. And another hit, 170 hit points this time. And he's almost ready to fire. 88's just sitting there taking a pummeling, and it's not working for him. 115 hit points. This will be the last kill of the game. Oh, and it's killed before the Demontaxidriver can claim it. Oh, that's such a pity. He had 3 kills, and I believe he'd asked the one of the other members to platoon with him, but I don't think he got an answer before the game ended, and that is such a pity because that was an obvious brothers in arms. Now let's have a look at the end of battle results. Well, it's an ace tanker for the Demontaxidriver again, because this is not the first ace he's had. He's had many of them before. But it's another ace in the Bishop. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. He actually got 19 in that one. And he did set fire to the KV-2, the Arsonist badge. He blew the KV-2 up and burned it to death. Claiming 349 hit points, and you can see their critical damage, 3 critical damages to the tank, probably the fuel tanks, and he set them on fire and that tank burned to death. But best of all, he picked up a high caliber. He dealt the most damage in the battle, at least 20% of the enemy's hit points. So if we have a look at the team scores, we can see that Demontaxidriver was top on damage, 2,066 hit points. He came second when it came to kills though. He only got 3, but the KV-85 managed to get 4, with some help from the Demontaxidriver, it should be said, because some of those kills were by virtue of the fact that the Demontaxidriver had already pummeled them with many shots. So yes, the KV-85 may have claimed the soul of the M6, but it was the Demontaxidriver who softened it up for him. And when it came to the base XP, of course, the Demontaxidriver was top with 861 experience points. Very nice indeed. 20 shots fired, 14 direct hits, 14 penetration and 1 splash damage. He did damage of 2,066 hit points, of which 1,505 are at more than 300 meters. So one of those enemies, and I think that may have been the Churchill 1, was quite close when he hit, or it may have been the tanks that were in the cap. He hit 8 of the enemy, but killed 3 of them. He also did damage assistance of 162 hit points, and he managed to get 12 defense points while he was pummeling that 88 in the cap. On a premium account, he earned 37,622 credits, and after ammunition resupply, and of course the ammunition is really cheap for the Bishop, it's only tier 5, but it is very cheap, he came away with 32,622 credits overall, which is a very nice profit. He received 1,292 XP, but it was ×3 for the first victory of the day, so he actually walked away with 3,876, and that will make his crews even better at hitting the enemy, if they could be even better, but he is just so good at this tank. So, another ace Bishop for the Demontaxidriver. What sort of standards will he set now? Well, I think he's going to be going for even more marks of excellence, so who knows where he will end up. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.